A scientist just bought a brand new couch, but it had been shrunk to a tiny size. When he spotted the shrink ray, he realized the missing kids might have been shrunk too. He searched every inch of the floor, but then he noticed the broom and it finally hit him. He might have swept the kids up like trash. So he found a nano-sized tear on the garbage bag and knew the kids were hiding in the lawn ahead. He strapped on stilts and a microscope and moved carefully through the grass. But he tripped over the garden hose and water exploded through the sprinkler. Huge droplets came crashing down like cannonballs, and the little girl got knocked straight into a muddy swamp. But her brother slid down a leaf and pulled her out just before she went completely under. The father was totally losing it, so he climbed onto the clothesline rack and shut off the valve. The kids cleaned up and kept moving, but they found a gigantic cookie, and after a whole day of starving, they all rushed over and started eating like crazy. Just as they were happily chowing down, a massive ant suddenly appeared above them. The terrified kids dove into the bushes, but then the youngest boy recognized it as a juvenile ant, gentle and incredibly fast. So they used Cookie as bait, and just like that, the ant was totally under their control. Meanwhile, the father found his wife and she immediately joined the search, but a neighbor flicked a cigarette butt into the lawn. The soaked grass saved the kids, and they used the butt as a torch and kept moving. Just when they were totally desperate, a massive building block appeared in their path. The hollow tubes were a perfect hideout, and they slept like rocks inside. But the very next morning, the ground started violently shaking. They thought it was an earthquake, but it was actually a friend running a lawnmower nearby. The kids scrambled into a hole, but then the lawnmower stopped directly above, and the suction yanked them into the air, about to get completely shredded. But the father spotted it just in time and shut it down. The boy looked up and suddenly saw his parents nearby, and everyone screamed with absolutely everything they had. But they were just too small, and their parents could not hear a thing. Just as the group was completely losing hope, the family dog suddenly picked up their scent and led them all the way home. The dog jumped onto the dining table, going absolutely nuts. But the boy slipped and fell straight into the soup bowl. The father scooped up a spoonful, about to eat his own son. The dog immediately bit his leg. The confused father pulled out a magnifying glass and was totally stunned to find his son right there in the spoon. He found the rest of the kids beside the table. Finally, he fired up the shrink ray and restored everyone to full size. The whole family went back to living their happy life together.